grand opening, grand closing. Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Your only friend these YouTube streets, PlayStation77, back with a quick video. So, Horizon Zero Dawn is like probably one of the top best looking games of the gen so far, right? It's going to be interesting when the gen ends and, video game articles, IGN, GameSpot, they start breaking down the top best graphical games in the industry, for this gen stuff. And there's no doubt Horizon Forbidden West is going to be part of that. That Decima engine is a beast. Death Stranding, all that stuff. I mean, this is an awesome engine. Even on the PS5 Pro, they're not even using PSSR. They're using their own unique technique. And apparently it's absolutely fantastic. Guerrilla's just a beast. They created an amazing engine, right? Even Kojima loves it, right? And he even did his little bit. He even added like his own little sauce to it, right? Amazing engine. But the biggest question of all is, why isn't more studios on PlayStation, PlayStation first party studios, why aren't they using it if they don't have their own engine? Like, Naughty Dog, they have their own engine. I think Santa Monica has their own engine. But like Sony Bend, they use Unreal Engine, right? And then other studios are using that. I never understood why internally they just don't use the Decima engine, because look how fantastic it looks. The performance is amazing. You also have the advanced options of VR and high frame rate. I mean, it just looks gorgeous, as you can see. It's just a gorgeous looking game. Amazing what it does, right? And it's also versatile on PC too. So there's like literally no negative behind using this engine, right? But now we got an article from Twisted Voxel saying PlayStation Studios could embrace Decima engine as Guerrilla expands developer support. So this is from a LinkedIn. Somebody took a snapshot of a LinkedIn of one of the senior producer Guerrilla. Her name is Astrid Hungens. Well, I apologize if I didn't pronounce your last name correctly, but Astrid, or we'll say Astrid, right? She's been there for 3 years, almost 4 years, right? Stationed in Amsterdam. And if you look at one of her accolades, towards the bottom, obviously she talks about shipping Forbidden West. Pretty much, what's her job? Her job is being a producer at Guerrilla means making sure that the team's work is tracked, visible, and accessible. Information should flow and reach the right places, make stakeholders feel informed. It means providing the team with solutions and tools to help increase their efficiency and effectiveness and to reach their goals. Always leading with empathy and striving to facilitate a safe and open environment for everyone. One of her bullet points, the bottom one, is manage communications and relations with other Sony studios interested or using the Decima engine. So 2 points. She's communicating relationships with studios that are using the Decima engine. So I guess you can say this is pretty much confirmation that somebody else within PlayStation is using the Decima engine, and then there's studios that are interested in it, right? And I think that's a great thing. I don't know how it's like now it's happening. Maybe it already started for a year or two or stuff like that. But I think the moment Guerrilla developed this engine over a decade ago, the studios that don't have their engines, this should have been the first place. Using Unreal Engine should not have been the first stop. I get it. Maybe the first party studios with the talent that they have, they felt they're familiar with Unreal because maybe they did it while they worked on PC games with another studio or, Xbox or whatever platform, right? They might be more familiar with Unreal tools. But I think when you're part of Sony first party studios and you have access to Guerrilla for free pretty much, right? You could learn this stuff and you could get so much out of it, right? And you can learn lessons from Guerrilla's game development. I mean, look at Kojima. Kojima made his game in 3 years. He had nothing. And they let him have this engine, pretty much free, right? Of course, he's Kojima, right? And not only did he use it to make Death Stranding, and it's a beautiful looking game, right? But he also was able to understand it and make some improvements. So you got to ask yourself, this is probably a very easy to understand, optimized engine And it's gorgeous. The graphics is amazing. The performance is amazing. You know, there's one thing you could definitely say about Guerrilla. They make graphically beautiful games. All their games graphically look amazing. From Killzone, of course, Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West. So the graphics, they're up there, right? From a technical competency, they're absolute supreme, right? For gameplay, that's going to be opinion of different people. You know, I love their Horizon series, man. I can't wait till the third one comes out. I would love to see Guerrilla start a new IP. I know some people enjoy Killzone. I personally enjoyed Killzone 2 specifically. But this engine is top notch. I think it's a great idea for the studios that don't have their own engines to use Decima, and their games are going to look amazing. It's going to perform amazing. It's just, so we'll just see. We'll see who's exactly using it. Maybe it's Bluepoint, right? Maybe them. You also have a Housemark. They might have decided to be like, you know what, we're gonna use this. I think if correct me if I'm wrong, I think Returnal was Unreal Engine, but who knows? Anyway, you let me know what you think. You think this is a great idea? You think this was long overdue? How well, this engine in the hands of another PlayStation studio, you think they're gonna be able to top Guerrilla themselves? Make a much more graphically better game. I don't know. You let me know what you think, man. Thank you for checking out the video. While you're here, subscribe and like the video. Stick around and check out my podcast every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. 60 frames, no lag. All right? You guys take care. Peace.
Grand opening.